5 practices for nurturing happiness. The first practice, letting go.
Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. I believe the most underrated yet elevated meditative state. Open up your mind like chakras. Chakra vibing, moving, sparting, spinning esoteric wisdom. Do that do prism, see them glisten in their vision. Tear planets from heavens and place them in a new sky. Nomadic magi, calibrating your third eye. Foresight of garnet, navigating the streams of time. Magnetic poet, bend words like the avatar. Afro magical shadow your tabernacle and Afrocentric Buddha spinning mantras in the lyrics, uplifting spirits, Zenyatta with the harmony, purple haze, Hendrix, sky when I resonate, Majora with the mass, command, magic and moves, Moto be my soul, that's word December, June, chewing on some donuts with Dilla, I will commune, timeless through soundscapes, elevating the truth. Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. Fractions of God body, war tactics of Shaka Zulu. Art of world like Sun Tzu, art of beats like Morhe. Book of fire rings, wooden dragons when I dream. Steel sharpening steel, but rhymes cut through time. Fabric splitting universe crack, eternal shine. Black fist revolution, mind stay glisten like shotgun, you're a meshy spirit bomb of Goku. Blacker than Zamasu, my super saiyan is Rose. Blacker than Rick Ross, city yelling at Rose. Healed across hairs, ready for warfare. I'm a levitating monk who cross counters in midair. Hitting with that knowledge, rolling punches like I'm Dempsey. Barrel roll through cosmos, take peace in my journey. Afro samurai who smiles like sunrise, like I'm prized. These thoughts while I stay black and dark. Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. Solar system traveler waiting to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. It's peace, power, overstanding when I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving my melanin. Black people unite. Let's all get down and everybody hop at the one. The sounds of the two is the third eye vision. 5-side dimension, the 8th light is gonna shine like all might. Brown people unite. Let's all get down and everybody hop at the one. The sounds of the two is the third eye vision. 5-side dimension, the 8th light is gonna shine like all might. Everybody unite. Let's all get down and everybody hop at the one. The sounds of the two is the third eye vision. 5-side dimension, the 8th light is gonna shine like all night. Everybody unite. Now let's all get down and everybody hop on the one. The sounds of the two is the third eye vision. 5-side dimension, the 8th light. We gon' shine bright tonight. Ain't the word. Yes, my heavenly word, tongue clung to the edge of reverse blade sword. Sworn deity of mercy, I'm whining, receiving the sounds of the world. Ambience of the record sounds through the soul. Transcribe my melody in the warmth of this jazz root. Tendencies in the fabrics of these lyrics. Guarding the galaxies, I'm searching for ley lines and infinite sunshine. Together we mobilize like the megazord. Right through discord, Zenyatta with the orbs. Embellishing the source between heaven and earth. Monolith in the verse, obelisk in the mind. Align the inner scripture as I feel the astro texture of an Afro child just gazing toward the clouds. Cavalry of stratosphere, conquering my fears when I shoot for the moon just to land in the stars.
The first method of creating joy and happiness, to cast off, to leave behind. There is a kind of joy that comes from letting go. Many of us are bound to so many things. We believe these things are necessary for our survival, our security, and our happiness. But many of these things, or more precisely, our beliefs about their utter necessity, are really obstacles for our joy and happiness. The second practice, inviting positive seeds.
Stars align, I think my chakras in Zion. Fourth dimension matrix mixing poetry and space and time. Continuum shifting Buddha and spiritual knowledge of opposites. When I'm roaming like a Ronin who's bringing ancient mathematics back to modern man. Reveal my hand while painting Zen through the pattern. Ascend your status through the magic of my ancestors. Finding voodoo in the vision of my avatar state. Kicking science through literature. Sure they wanna dance, but these lyrics be my therapy. Finger through a scene of vinyl for clarity. I'm slaying clarity as I reach. Palms rest below the heaven skyline breach. Buddha breath whisper hymns under starlight. Chakras aligned in the basement of Zion. As an architect watching Morpheus. Watching Morpheus. In Twilight, I'm in flight to my dream. View and see a star beam. I take flight, travel light through the stars. In Twilight, I'm in flight to my dream. View and see a star beam. God body affiliate, schedule who be peddling intellect. Sun scripture riding towards the bigger picture. Hieroglyphics glitch reality like the Matrix. My magic be like stardust, magic be like starlight. Illuminating my sight, illuminate my path like solar flares from Killen's dome. Tension hunter, I be open like the eye of Ra. I cut in the storm, I be Alco God. Analyze every flaw, I the only legend with an iron fist. Obliterate your crew like the eye of Amina. Sending adversaries to the far plane. I claim wisdom in the fingertips of Confucius. I'm with an infinity gem, so running out shooting stars. Shattering rivers, keeping the heavens while I'm steady reading the blue. Just wait until blue. Just wait until blue. Just wait until blue. I take flight, travel light through the stars. It's twilight, I'm in flight to my dream. View and see a star beam. I take flight, travel light through the stars. It's twilight, I'm in flight to my dream. View and see a star beam. I take flight, travel light through the stars. It's twilight, I'm in flight to my dreams. View and see a star beams. I take flight, travel light through the stars. In twilight, I'm in flight to my dreams. View and see a star beams. I take flight, travel light through the stars. In twilight, I'm in flight to my dreams. To my dreams. To my dreams. I'm just anti-you, anti-all the smoking mirrors, anti-social when the cipher coffin poems made up, anti-hero, hunting mercenary of the astral clock tower, shift atmosphere, kingdom in my sphere, kingdom come on in a bomb, releasing all the fear, relaxing in the stars come, crystal clear the pressure, form a diamond as I meditate and rhinestone, I storm me in brass, spent the last year chopping records with my spirit on laying increments of my common sense on the breath of my dissonance, sharpening my pen as I pen against anxiety in the doubts of men. I'm falling out of orbit, pushing planets from afar. Moonlit canvas, grasping towards the stars, gazing toward the distance, watching peers as they bloom. Disassociate like Dr. Manhattan as I dream. I got a dream. Where are my dreams? I got a dream. Believe my dreams. Moving on dreams. I got a dream. I got a dream, I got a dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream, dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream, dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream, yeah, dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream. Paul Bearer who bears my curses, verses be like voodoo, a kind of way to my magic. Multitude of inner Lucian like Agamotto, modeled after models, my mantra be the Lotus, reflecting through the pain when penning my first refrain. Searching for the wisdom, the prism reflect the frame of a study in scarlet, a journey through stardust, melodies of memories, trembling Hennessy, peering past my opticals, bashing out with these optics, prisoner of politics, liberating our souls, path the body, alchemy. Sophisticated knowledge and common sense in the union of inner circles. I circle over Boros, dragons, breathing the fire, white and aspire. Conspire for exodus blooming out of the darkness. Lotus of the mind who found the sun, running the truths. I drop gems and bend the soul till I can dream. I got a dream, where are my dreams? I got a dream, believe my dreams, moving our dreams. I got a dream, bend the soul until I reach gold. Like dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream. Hey, dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, I got a dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream. Yeah. These bars are blessed from Allah, arm, leg, arm, head hunting your vagabond, putting the pieces together like Exodia, Exodus, heaven sent. Kratos, Olympus bound, been plotting on your legacies, beheaded your kings and slaying your queens. So who's that hotep fucking up my frequency, waxing them fake poetics to hide it up your aesthetics? My religion is guillotine for you and your crew. That's why I don't kill soloists, I only kill squads. Movie about bars, that's hella raw. Got body be like Goku, Saitama, and my tactics deliver a one piece. That's Monkey D. Maurice. Funky 5% of ramen on a higher pantheon. 10,000 hours shifting guards with my mastery. Formulating flows composed to snatch them. So what's up? Who came to a shank, son? Sons Ichiban, Sun Tzu, number one black man trying to dream. I got a dream. Where are my dreams? I got a dream. We got a dream. Moving our dreams. Believe my dreams. Black man powered by the sunlight. Dream, motherfucker, dream, motherfucker, dream. Yeah. Motherfucker dream, I got a dream, motherfucker dream, motherfucker dream, hey. Dream, motherfucker dream, motherfucker dream.
We each have many kinds of seeds lying deep in our consciousness. Those we water are the ones that sprout, come up into our awareness, and manifest outwardly. In our own consciousness there is hell, and there is also paradise. We're capable of being compassionate, understanding, and joyful. If we pay attention only to the negative things in us, especially the suffering of past hurts, we are wallowing in our sorrows and not getting any positive nourishment. We can practice appropriate attention, watering the wholesome qualities in us by touching the positive things that are always available inside and around us. That is good food for our mind. The third practice, mindfulness-based joy.
I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. In the music like I'm Stevie, I'm free. Painting murals on the soundscape I see. Different views of the portrait I dream. Twilight hue canvas I gleam. Out of orbit falling comet I streak. Through loophole skyline I seek. Outlaw star ley line I speak. From the valley of the matrix I break. Into enlightenment conquering fallacies when I'm aligning my chakra, channeling energy that from my universe to tell. Listening parables, pairing my melanin with different metaphors I weave. Magic and spills, kissing the spill, still turning on my skills. Will shatter your ceiling and send in the stars. I send in the stars. I'm pulling my resonance, sharing it all. I share it with all. Yo, I'm smelling my synergy, never will fall. It never will fall. I'm pulling the elements, bending my call. Get bending my call. I'm feeling my frequency, traveling light, shining and spreading my light. Somersault cloud, movements in flight, willing and ready to change like guides. Vulnerable deity, shaking my enemies, out of my inner peace, rather than enemies, wanting less wondering where my life will lead. Cause I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. I'm drifting with the nighttime dawn. We shining brighter than the rising sun, the morning stars. Feel the music like Sade. Hey, I swim my soon release in. project my destiny is. Aligning the heavens in my pen in my pad, moving the cosmos and bringing my enemies down. Guillotine's listening now. I sharpen my syllables like my endless speaking in pyramids. Q&A specialist, bucketing grappler unlock. Yo, endorphins grew with the Buddha, funk in the footsteps, moonwalk. I'm using the twilight, carry heavy inside, smile like all my you might just find me ascending the stars, ascending the stars. Yo, I'm holding my resignation at all. I share it with all. Yo, smile on my synergy, never will fall, and never will fall. I'm holding the elements, bending my call. They've been in my car. Yo, I'm feeling my energy, frequency, spinning the fun that you can see. Rap my soul's poetry, speaking the truth in the booth you see. If everyone are listening, they stardust. I cuss, highlights at dusk. I must see where my life will lead. Code. Cause we be that Aphrodisiac, I said 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 we be that Aphrodisiac.
Mindfulness helps us not only to get in touch with the suffering so that we can embrace and transform it, but also to touch the wonders of life, including our own body. Then breathing in becomes a delight, and breathing out can also be a delight. You truly come to enjoy your breathing. The fourth practice concentration.
Trance, formative, I'm glorious, the narrative is Buddhist. Residence in soul gems, renaissance and harmony, Zen meeting clarity, inner peace embedded in the views of the sun, setting in motor hues, pinning in royal blues, Lotus in second bloom, blossom in steady grooves out, mortal paying dues from the view of an obelisk, counting common sense in the realm of my pen, seeking out a wisdom so my mind can ascend, decipher hieroglyphs, see my rhymes comprehend, kaleidoscope of knowledge on the higher vibration, meditation I so sketched, enlightenment tightrope, the universe sought, balance and symmetry found, self in poetry you can't outsource serenity when paradise is found within your garden of compassion.
I'm walking through the valley of the shadow, fear no man because faith be that arrow, chatting through the universe, stepping like a pharaoh, travel through the sky with the eye of a sparrow. I'm walking through the valley of the shadow, fear no man because faith be that arrow, chatting through the universe, stepping like a pharaoh, travel through the sky with the eye of a sparrow.
Trance, sending, amending the symbols of astral, parcels of self-love, parcels of self-bloom, martial of scarlet and haikus, dreaming in sky blue, chasing the cosmos, streaking like comets, I'm shining on the canvas of cosmic indifference, lowering resistance, I'm a solar flare and galactic existence, the one true mystery, universal vessel of ancestral knowledge, speaker of the scholars who advances wisdom, silhouette of nebula spawned out of the darkness, rolling through an infinite pool, a black genius, rise from the ashes, blaze like a phoenix, thesis of a dragon, return to eternal, supreme mathematics, that ambient magic, holding my presence as the sorcerer supreme.
I'm walking through the valley of the shadow, fear no man because faith be that arrow, chatting through the universe, stepping like a pharaoh, travel through the sky with the eye of a sparrow. I'm walking through the valley of the shadow, fear no man because faith be that arrow, chatting through the universe, stepping like a pharaoh, travel through the sky with the eye of a sparrow.
Concentration is born from mindfulness. Concentration has the power to break through, to burn away the afflictions that make you suffer, and to allow joy and happiness to come in. To stay in the present moment takes concentration. Worries and anxiety about the future are always there, ready to take us away. We can see them, acknowledge them, and use our concentration to return to the present moment.
This is Nexus. Doors closing.
The fifth practice, insight.
Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. Count away the seconds. Keeping patience while I'm climbing. Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. Count away the seconds.
It's like I'm fighting for freedom, writing for freedom, pimping my wisdom, pinpoint the trauma. Sought knowledge in the droplets of rain, let it wash over my essence like catharsis. I place my trust in those who didn't need it, gave advice to those who ignored it. Curse of Cassandra, the clarity of my voice penetrates through the depths of the void. Avoid the hard-headed, protecting my energy, devour the heart, lessons develop my inner peace, destroy the mental barrier, searching for harmony. Free fall from asteroid, send itself to breathe. I speak in metaphors, write in similes to seek my inner scrolls in the vinyl of my soul. The tone of self-love sounds like my brother's prayer. Kiss palms, whisper to my flaws when I but I levitate till my spirit grasps faith.
Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. Count away the seconds. Keeping patience while I'm climbing. Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. Count away the seconds. Keeping patience while I'm climbing.
Speaking in dreams of black man holding the seams.
Speaking in dreams of black man holding the seams.
Speaking in dreams of black man holding the seams of duality, shedding self so I can see through reality. Within the Agamotto, I heard the voice of truth, but missed myself. Calling the knowledge of self-worth, the wisdom of self-love. The trinity of the verse reflects my general works. Black boy finding secrets of utopia. Wrestle inner demons, seeing oceans of my inner being. Sitting on the edge of the river, quoting Siddhartha. Look for definition of self like Saitama. Footsteps treading on Mars like Manhattan. Weightless, dancing the air like Zahir. God's hand in the Zen garden. Stay patient till my mind's open. Evanescence plotting Buddhist to the hymns of my brother's prayers. Kiss palms, whisper to my flaws when I but I meditate till my soul illuminates.
Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. I count away the seconds. Keeping patience while I'm climbing. Damn, I miss my spaceship. We're on the way to Zion. Count away the seconds. Keeping patience while I'm climbing.
This ain't a sad song, it's a sonnet of my inner thought scene, my outer being reaching for reflections in the droplets of rain. I yearn for definition to find on my life's plane. Hours up, one of my craft is time to show my works go. A virtuoso lyricist counts times with ludicrous tightrope misfit, balancing common sense. I don't sleep often, but I dream well. Every verse spills from lucid lips like loose leaf pages ripped from my soul scroll. The calligraphy is sloppy, but it sounds like jazz. Whispers of saxophone solos sound like I can't keep quiet, writing as if the fountain of youth can be discovered between her thighs. Spit like there was a hurricane left on my tongue, taste like nostalgia on the rocks. I've spent too many midnights providing for war. Sun glimmer like Guy Sensei grin, senpai. I've finally noticed the Super Saiyan lurking in my speech. My Taj Mahal and nostalgia, muraled in apparitions, reminding myself that selfies are a radical form of self-love. My journey to enlightenment is a dreamlike ode to the jazz articulated in breakbeats. The studio is late night haven, catharsis, a pulpit of blues built on Twilight, and I am Comet Streak, an apparatus of confetti strung to night sky like star. Dusk is moments away, but the horizon couldn't be so close. Hue of nostalgia at the bottom of whiskey glass served on the rocks. I am 30 and unfinished, realizing how beautiful my soul is, how beautiful I am, how fragile my smile is at funerals where I wrote eulogies for homies, poured 40s to memory block. Feels like I've lost myself in their stories, but can't forget my story. Yearning to unravel my story, even if no one is listening. I guess catharsis is the reason I missed my spaceship, too. Oh man, that's such a great moment. Oh man, keep it rolling. I wrote something specifically for this part, but I wanted to do something a bit more authentic, and it's just hilarious because this sad song that wasn't supposed to be a sad song sounds like a sad song. But this part right here, when it comes in, like, I just wanted to do something to make sure that everyone knows that I'm alright. I'm happy. I feel much better about life than about everything else. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna get these raps up, rapper voice. It don't take a whole day to recognize my light. I shine bright, the eighth light of all might. It's the third eye, five side, interdimensional. I calibrate the lyrics to seek my inner limits and prosper. Limitless, I break down my gifts in increments. I exist between the seconds I blink, between reality slain the false prophets. Meditate with scholars I found, Buddha and mountains. Love struck me in the stardust, palms first below the North Star. Celestial secrets in my repertoire. I'm tethering the storm, a mega beauty aurora. Borealis challenge, my magic is universal. Holding on to spirits, I twist manuscripts into voodoo, pull blues from the moon. Condense my energy, move in harmony to align. Nomadic minds, last rest on the dying star. Think about me moving mantras near and far. Kiss phones, I meditate the way you are. Rejuvenate the spirit just to heal them scars. Like collapse breaths on that dying star. Vagabond me moving mantras near and far. Kiss phones, I meditate the way you are. Reorient the spirit just to heal them scars.
With mindfulness, we recognize tension in our body, and we want very much to release it, but sometimes we can't. What we need is some insight. Insight is seeing what is already there. It is a clarity that can liberate us from afflictions such as jealousy or anger and allow true happiness to come. Every one of us has insight, but we don't always make use of it to increase our happiness. Most people are afraid of suffering, but suffering is a kind of mud to help the lotus flower of happiness grow. There can be no lotus flower without the mud.
Meditate, meditate, meditate. Voodoo moving, I speak the spells clearer. Vagabond that had to see through your smoking mirrors. Vibers in my presence, shifting auras in my vocals. Lotus blooming in my cadence, dancing petals in my vision. Mission to see the stars, tapestries from afar. Bushido brown, kissing the gauntlet of the gods. Ravoni reverse TayyySlayyy, the samurai mixtape. Chopped and screwed, chambaloo, so through the grooves. Hues of eternity, mix it down. Proper, sounding like the harmony of 1,000 prophets with 1,000 hands, like Guan Yin in the lands. With Buddha style, but whisper wisdom soaring through the mind. I'm entering the void of earthly Teslas. Voodoo in my jazz, the love song played on the train while bumping that cold train. Meditating on blues notes as my mind floats. Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic. Radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic. Radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Glowing like Siddhartha by the edge of the river. Surfing through the tops of shadow clones when I ride. Arrive on the scene like God Sensei when I blink. Shifting through the heavens in search of paradise. So woof, in the rain with the scent of lunar flowers. Veroni roaming through a graveyard of fallen samurai. Nubian new jazz, a samurai mixtape. Chopped and screwed, chambaloo, moving through the hues of celestial blues, a missing astral belt. Orion on the orbit of Ganymede, gathering stardust in my many steps, reflecting inner peace till I found myself just entering the void of earthly tethers. Voodoo in my jazz, the love ballad, tuned to the trumpet of Miles Davis, calibrating my mind and my cavalry of thoughts like Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic, radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic, radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Been a long time writing, but damn, I almost made it. Roam around the universe, found my soul on Pluto. Penning sounds of drool, projecting my lucid dream supreme. Mathematics equated my soul to 7. Breathing below the heavens, I stumble down the path, progress, serenity. Alchemist in practice, avid to all the masters. Nomad who fears, nomad slayer. Batosai, open your third eye. Cleanse, baptize the truth from your lies. In summer, I'm following monasteries and mountains, my sanctuaries and prairie bees. I'm falling for inner peace, hold my chakra rest up. Open the 7 gates, just entering the void of earthly tenders. Voodoo in my jazz, the love dream. Dancing on the keys of the loneliest monk. We wanna lust and do the vinyl like the loneliest monk. Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic. Radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Lotus flower nebula rise out of the mud, kissing through the earth in search of Buddha's love. Bloom out of the darkness, illuminating magic. Radiate to the world, enlightenment and passion. Just a solar system traveler trying to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. Peace, power, overstanding where I ascend. On celestial self-love, loving this melanin. Solar system traveler trying to transcend. They ain't realized the work we put in. Peace, power, overstanding where I ascend. On celestial Oh man, we're at the end.
The art of happiness.
Syllable sensei, running through your dojo like Netero within the syntax off the tips on my knuckles. I'm busy breaking the sound barrier to move the cosmos and planetary bodies while bodying instrumentals. God, body in a God Gundam that's don't want cash, you spitting haikus while pose up like Kamina, my kamikaze got you dancing in the mausoleum. Coliseum spitting them adversaries in defeat. I spit that last poet cadence on that black magic swanton to the bomb drop jewels up in the con, forgetting your accolades when I'm steady grooving souls in the city where black bodies hope philosopher's stones. Vagabonds to Oroku, Saki, Mu, and Roshi. You're a messy spitting spirits over them capture shells, swirling on that ley line. Alka history, shipping their history, bringing that inner peace so you're leaving. pieces, solar systems in my thesis. Thesis counting solar systems requiems. I'm dreaming on an astral plane, slick thought and fragments. Wordsmiths, Ozymandias, get it up. Blast radius, radiant sword, tongue gleam. Under the moonlight, conjitsu in my insight. Foresight, too complex for the metaphors. More for genesis and shapes past their concepts. Exodus and London in peace sounds eclectic. Mercenary of astral clock towers I'm watching. Those who watch the watchmen, bury gardens in vinyl. Press my ashes and hymns to now to infinity. 5-point palm, your heart's gone to method. 10-point program outline the aesthetics. 8 diagrams decipher the dianetics. With 64 strikes I leave folks just breathless. So what's growth to your inner vision? Outer wisdom counting on your proper prosper. Prosper glorious your garden bloom through monsoons. The lotus reaching from the mud to the moon. Out of tune, out of reach, I seek things you can't see. A nameless king, wielding lightning in the right dreams pending. Soul frequencies in the right key unlock. Barriers of mind and spirit, I am the griot. Orbiting celestial beings, I am the Abba who speaks in Morse code. And I'm traveling Morse gold, and I'm babbling Bushido while holding my soul's glow. No longer seeking keyholes to see the world. A locksmith seeking cosmos to see the whole. Universal spectrum in my pen serum. Disintegrate my circle for a tighter cipher. Yeah, Ouroboros tongue speaking for the sun. Speaking of the stars coming undone. Unravel my weights like Rock Lee. Tread lightly through nebula, the sage bleeds. Knowledge through the scholar who seeks divine profit. See through the seas, the false prophets are parted. Split dynasties and half the last Jedi. See through your mind tricks when I speak the truth. And alchemists who exist within the shift of paradigms I climb through. Astro tries to shine and smack the colorblind and heals of rhythm and blues pursuit. They rose at Ara do will songs like arms like Wanyan, 100 type ascending in combat. My arms be samurai jacks, jacking for beats. I study ancient techniques from on the mountain's peak. An isolated beast like a trainer red command flames with Charizard. Collapse chakra hold fires like Avatar. Roku carefree like Goku. Shatter black saga defeats like a Shinobu. Successor of the fist of the North Star. I'll shatter your whole frame to maintain the golden status of the Dragon Hermit, Dragon of the Midwest, Dragon Quarter lyricist, infernos in my penmanship like Makoto Shishio secret swords, I blaze swords. Makoto third strike, split heaven and inside. I move with the density of a nimbless cloud. Somersaulting snap kicks leave you unconscious. My poetry's deep, leave on drowning in the flow. My poetry's deep, leave on drowning in the flow. My poetry's deep, leave on drowning in the flow. My poetry's deep, I see crowds by cutting out rappers with a guillotine. Late drop figure 4 to the lake like fear race. I fit my rhymes equivalent to Goku's potential. Left cruise fragile like that's menagerie. Actual artifacts, snapper shots when I almanac, nigga, it's crunch time. Put a Lazarus half hazardous, heaven sent half innocent freakazoid. Paranoid's mind, mobilizing like the Megazord. Plasma sword, being so critical to help, yo. That's one cut, one kill. Slicker rhythms when I breeze through when I bless the system. Systematically static shocking the stereo system. Have them listen to the whispers of these metaphors. Sharpen my syllables on the skulls of my opponents. God, I be that sleeping dragon of the terror gods. Going live, flying high, rocking the scars from the knuckles to the sky. On soul and taking the scene from the blind side. Scheming on these demons moving through the universe. Half a bar from Vagabond, study your whole catalog. Sweeping metaphors to a 4-4 signature. Power level tearing scholars asunder. Wonder how I walk with the skies like Anakin. My etymology, slaying frequencies. Hit the Kiri getting gooey on the astral plane. Wilding out on nebula to unlock my chakra and piecings. Reality on the breath of my synergy. I conjure limitless spells. I drown lyricists well. A black miracle dwells beyond infinite cells. I broke free to see the whole tapestry. 2 verses ain't enough for my poetry. A twin dragon chariots from heaven. I'm warm with puppeteers, cause strings like say here I appear. Byakugan explode like Bakugo, a legend who unfolds on the dead MC scrolls. I'm unraveling time and space, travel through minds I chase. Babylon and Pure Land's diary of a black Buddha writing sutras on these instrumentals. A black boy found naps in the pen and pencils. A black man cracked 2 smiles, shattering the dichotomy of the industry. They say that lyrics are dead while I bench press that motherfucker. Atlas shrugged with the multiverse up on my shoulders. Crack motors with the 1-inch punch, or like eat man surrounded by 10 men. I hold the martial prowess of demon back, yo Jiro. Iron finger rolling, demons willing in my fist. Berserker guts swing, bastard sword in the clips. Akuma ready with that Shungoku Sats. Tokido holding that evolution focus impact from mid-air like yo. Initial Lotus, I keep the rhyme timeless styling like Rakim, pumping up the volume, transmute brick beats to the diasporic, drum woven path clad and dragon scale, ash bristle crown breaks. Some warrior Sun Tzu in the tactics way. Nara covenant Shikamaru, the strategy fate. Found reason under the moonlit kingdom too. Night me and stardust I manifest. Seeds that I sown through Buddha texts I resurrect. Epitaph the twilight, midnight in my self-ticks. Linking all my wisdom to hope the cataclysm. Speaker for the dead who writes through solar systems. Raphael Sadiq, my neo soul in blues. Raphael the hues, the mic handle like sides. Maharaja Maurice penetrating the streets. Pouring 40s on Boulevard in ancient ritual. I mobilize my gunum to bloom. I'm the more cashew shocking heaven under the moon. My burning finger reaching past the skyline, outlaw to the ley line, unboxed out untethered from the earth, weightless with the versatile, pie mercenary, wise from the monastery, heavy don't unravel the context before hopping into combat. My content in this cerebral cortex, a vortex, twin ticks, give them a rigor mortis. I'm more complex than, I don't know, Rick and Morty said I'm more complex than the eye of Agamotto, a master of mystic arts. The mistress of my heart is alchemy in the spark of dying stars. I hold comets, tectonic shifting top, vibrating on a higher plane of existence. My thoughts lips juggernaut through ceilings and quenches flames of phoenix. Flipped out the victory, rage quit when I enter like top. My Negi say successive of the iron fist here. So make way, flight through snake way, gateless doorways, searching for space for my mind to take root. So what's knowledge in an open cipher? Patient penning stories of a lone ronin. Love melancholy, right past tense. In my last lifetime, I probably played the keys or was a child soldier with that Cheshire smile. Reminiscent of the day that war became peace. Found my inner peace for road, a canvas of orange. Or pouring teachers from the pier land soaring to abodes of celestial mode. Soundtrack by motor souls and light I behold. The shadow of self-doubt cast away the fear, the view, the truth clear. Recalling memories of my avatar cycle. Black genetics got me speaking with my ancestors. Revolution got me fighting for utopia. Black skin not synonymous with sin, but a nigga's dying for less. I mean my niggas is blessed. Voting balls for stress. Documenting the era as best as we can. Last 38 reflecting on an obelisk. A humble aura dwelling in well springs. Ether body calling me from a astral dream. Sancta Centaurus scribing sacred folds in the space. Iconography depicting dragons in my high road. Glyphs I glimpse through, arrays of flowers on Silk Road. Transmission on the mission for the will of Dharma. Cosmic order, balance, karma in each step. Karma Sutra aligned, virtuous and grace. Curtain calls for clowns. Keep my record spinning, but my soul's in past tense. No Dragon Balls are needed for the refrain. Maintain my ideals despite all the pain. So what's a coffin with a scratch ceiling? Bloody knuckles crack glass tempered in my breathing. I'm climbing through the dirt to reach my aspirations. Affirmation counting mountains in my altitude. Reserve interludes, studying the groove. Merchant of the mass, display all your faces. Read triagrams and know all of my placements. Facets of self-love, elevating your palate. Introspective rhetoric, dive deep to open chakras. Break fallacies in your ignorance. A cold vocalist who's floating in the with the jazz. Unraveling the sea of my ocean's being. Unravel clarity of Felicia. I'm blacker in the middle of a dying star. Shine like treasures of a dynasty. Adorned in knowledge of self and wrapped in the fabric of moonbeams. Don't let the actions face my goodness. I found righteousness in common sense, so any utterance unaimed will be disclaimed. That's countless rappers slain. Yo, say any utterance unaimed will be disclaimed. That's countless rappers slain.
The essence of a practice can be described as transforming suffering into happiness. It's not a complicated practice, but requires us to cultivate mindfulness, concentration, and insight. It requires first of all that we come home to ourselves, that we make peace with our suffering, treating it tenderly, and looking deeply at the roots of our pain. It requires that we let go of useless, unnecessary sufferings, release the second arrow, and take a closer look at our idea of happiness. Finally, it requires that we nourish happiness daily with acknowledgement, understanding, and compassion for ourselves and for those around us. We offer these practices to ourselves, to our loved ones, and to the larger community. This is the art of suffering and the art of happiness. With each breath, we ease suffering and generate joy. With each step, the flower of insight blooms.
Face the blind Cupid's arrow, staggering through the barrel, rolling down the boulevard, crash knuckle, fisty cup, shatter bone, shards of bloody knuckles, search for the 12 jewels, release a massive emerald, master plan, scheming out dreams, by ambition by the seams, lift the one, winging angels in the chorus for Taurus, matador, flock of yoga, flame, Taurus, consult constellations in the nighttime, sipping on some moonshine, astroglide through the cosmos, of the mind, through the bonds, into the eye of the storm, and that it be the forefront, fortress, gorgeous, built on the corpses of opponents, for horsemen, be the apocalypse now, 4 sips from being an alcoholic, cigarette glowing with the morning sun, mind shattering moons as I move through the universe, writing and rhyming, climbing the mountain of Zion, empty my mental on the notepad, switch good into one flat, my shoulder shield, pain and pierced screws, pursuing a boulevard where dreams bloom, pursuing a boulevard where dreams bloom, pursuing a boulevard, yeah. So yeah, you in the back, you can come to us, we search through my memories, breaking clear of my fallacies, battling heat, the yin and yang in the mirror, clearing the adequate in my mind until my vision is clearest. So yeah, you in the back, you can come to us, we search through my memories, breaking clear of my fallacies, battling heat, the yin and yang in the mirror, clearing the adequate in my mind until my vision is clear. So quiet hustle, moving the world with my words muscle, Aristotle divine, the poetics of the mind, and comedy, the link between in front of me. My poetry so smooth and sultry, like the voice of Esperanza Spalding. I gotta be moonwalking with the stars gazing, with the third eye on the climb to Zion. Vagabond, living the life of a bohemian. In the rhapsody, I capture thee in the melody of forever. So tell me what you're looking for. Words found between jazz, blues, syncopated swords we blend. All confusion is the wisdom, so the mental was sent. I be the cat that's having the plans of mice and men, because I'm steady scribbling out with the pad and the pen. Insight for the message so their minds can get cleansed. So yeah, you in the back, you can come to us, we search through my memories, breaking clear of my fallacies, battling heat, the yin and yang in the mirror, clearing the adequate in my mind until my vision is clearest. So yeah, you in the back, you can come to us, we search through my memories, breaking clear of my fallacies, battling heat, yin and yang in the mirror, clearing the adequate in my mind until my vision is clear. Stigmata of a linguophile, so who wants the Scrabble again? The stigmata of a linguophile, so who wants the Scrabble again? The stigmata of a linguophile, so who wants the Scrabble again? The stigmata of a linguophile, so who wants the Scrabble again? Some semblance of guru, collecting wisdom, speak the truth right through you. Formless like water, I flow text, a martyr like the burning monk, glow jewels of thought. You're on a path to class theories with my rhetoric. I'm on a path to enlightenment. How Buddha said, ascend, energy, passing my energy. The glow like the beacon through yo. See a fly, yo, I try through the valley of the shadow of death. Align with the universe to hear my death. The universe of magnetic, we prophetic. A dragon sent in training with a turtle hermit. Lyric with that secret mantra, shaking all the cosmos. Penetrating chakras with a gentle palm, yo. A Buddhist palm, holding sounds in my alchemy. Forever shine to the whole world, hear these rhymes.